Welcome back to Toyota Sports Talk. Obviously, Washington Commanders fans are all excited about a potential new head coach for the franchise. And one of the top contenders, Ben Johnson, he's the offensive coordinator with the Detroit Lions. Bring in now Joe Philbin. Reason why I wanted to talk to Joe is former head coach of the Miami Dolphins, a lot of success in the NFL, and he actually helped Ben Johnson get his start in the NFL. So, Joe, appreciate you taking the time.
Well, thanks, Scott. Glad to be here.
What can you tell me about Ben Johnson, kind of his evolution in the NFL?
Ben was with me all 4 years I was down there, and started off as just a quality control coach, kind of at the beginning of the whole journey, and really just exceeded expectations in every single assignment that we gave him. And he eventually was the assistant quarterback coach for me. It was him and Zach Taylor.
Yep.
So he was in pretty good company with those two.
As you know, when you're a head coach in the NFL, you have to be a leader. You have to be a leader of men. You have to have the respect of the players in your position group, on the field, whatever it's going to be. Did he have those leadership qualities in kind of the years you were together in Miami?
Absolutely. I think they developed over time.
Yep.
But I know the players then held him in high regard, as I'm sure they do in Detroit, for much the same reasons. I think, number one, I think he's in coaching for the right reasons. I don't think it's all about Ben Johnson necessarily. I think he really enjoys the challenge of helping a player reach his potential as an athlete, as a football player. And that, I think that's really what makes Ben Johnson tick.
So with Washington, they have the young quarterback in Sam Howell. Don't know if he's going to be the answer. They do have the number 2 overall pick in the draft. They might go quarterback. Ben Johnson right now kind of has a veteran quarterback in Jared Goff. He's been there, done that, went to a Super Bowl. He's been through the fire. How would Ben handle a young quarterback?
Well, I think he'd do a great job. I think, Ben understands how to bring players along, at the right time, not overload them, not give them too much information if they're not quite ready for it. I think he has a good handle on those type of things. So I think he'll be able to do a great job with a young player. Obviously, he has a system of offense now that he's had a chance to develop on his own over the last couple of years. I'm sure he's smart enough to know that what maybe I'm sure he's not just going to take the Detroit Lions playbook and copy and paste and take it wherever he goes, right? He's a smart coach. He'll use the best pieces of it, and he'll fit the system to the talents and the abilities of the players. But no, I think that won't be an issue for Ben.
You think Ben Johnson's ready? Obviously, you've known his kind of trajectory going up the coaching ladder. Think he's ready for his head coaching shot?
Yeah, I think he is. I think nobody's ever really ready. I don't know. It'll be an adjustment for sure, but more than capable, and knowing how he operates, I have no reservation that he'll be as prepared as he possibly can to undertake this next journey in his career.
How rewarding is it for you? Because that's kind of like a branch off of your tree, right? I mean, you kind of brought Ben Johnson into the NFL. Now he's on the doorstep of becoming a head coach. As you sit back and just kind of watch, you got to be so proud.
Yeah, I think he's like I said, I'm really not shocked that he's had as much success as he's had, because it was evident that this Ben Johnson had talent, and I think one of the things that's underrated, I think a lot of people focus on the X's and O's, and Ben's very, very bright, but I think one of his strengths that's really maybe underrated is his teaching ability, right? It's one thing to have all this information about football. It's another thing to transmit it to a player and get him to utilize it on a consistent basis on Sundays. And so couldn't be happier if he ends up becoming a head coach. I'd be delighted for him. He's definitely earned it, and it'll be exciting to watch it.
And I'm sure he's so appreciative to you for giving him that first shot. Joe Philbin, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Joe.
All right, Scott. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Take care.
All right, much more to come right here on Toyota Sports Talk. Stay with us.